I'm gonna get flipped in the comments.
That's the uni I went to.
Oh, is it? No, no, you're doing good, man. You're doing good, bro.
Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're back here again at King's College London University, one of the top universities in London, and we're going to be asking some students a few questions about what it's really like to study here. What's your name, what year are you in, and what are you studying?
My name is Omar. I'm studying politics and social science. I'm in foundation year.
My name is Sarah. I'm in my foundation year and I'm in my foundation year in bio and chemistry, and I'm hoping to major in pharmacy.
My name's Hamza. I'm in the first year. I'm studying engineering.
Max, I'm fourth year in electronic engineering.
I'm Stefan, I'm also a fourth year engineer at King's College, electronic engineering.
Was King's your first choice university?
Yes, yeah, 100%.
Oh, it was?
Because no, last year, so initially I applied for first year law. I got rejected, so that's why I came for foundation.
Okay. Yeah. And did you always want to go to a London university?
Yeah, 100%.
And if you didn't go to King's, where else do you reckon you would have gone to?
Last year I applied to Queen Mary. I got a conditional offer, but I decided to go to foundation in King's instead of Queen Mary.
You preferred it?
Yes. Yeah, because King's is significantly better than Queen Mary.
Oh.
I'm gonna get flipped in the comments.
Was King's your first choice university?
Yes, I also had Queen Mary.
Okay.
And Imperial, but Imperial rejected me. So.
Okay, I'm with you.
King's was my second option. I had UCL as my first.
The next question was, is King's your first choice?
Yeah.
But clearly it's not seeming that way.
It was my second-ish choice. My Imperial was my first.
Yeah.
And then King's or UCL. I said if I get any of those two, I'll be happy. So I got King's, so I was pretty happy with that.
What was your backup?
I think I got Surrey.
Okay.
And I did get Surrey, but as soon as I got
That's the uni I went to.
Oh, is it? No, no, you're doing good, man. You're doing good, bro.
Did you always want to come to a London-based university?
I would say I realized in my final year in high school in Italy, I always wanted to stay at like my place, you know, my home country. But then I realized it's a nice opportunity to go
somewhere else.
Yeah.
Okay, what about you?
For our UCAS system, we had 5 universities in total we want to apply to. The other 3 for me were in Scotland. And even though, despite me having a higher predicted, they all rejected me. So my only 2 options were UCL and King's, basically.
And you made it into King's.
Yeah, I made it to King's. Yeah, exactly.
Bro.
Yeah. So, but like at the time, I was just going like fingers crossed. So I was like, so it was definitely risky.
It was the only university I applied to.
Oh, so you put all your eggs in this basket?
Yeah.
And did you always have your heart set on studying at a London university?
Yeah. Ever since I was 12, I asked my mom. I told her, would you be okay with me studying abroad? Because it's not that common in my family, I would say, for people to study abroad unless it's like they're with like other people, like their siblings.
Yeah.
She told me that it would be fine as long as it was in a place that is kind of close to Saudi, not that far like the US, because the US is like minimally 11 hours away from Saudi. So she said if it was the UK, I would be okay with it. And then I just had my heart set on London.
And of the London universities, you've got Imperial, UCL, Queen Mary's. What was it about King's that made you decide to come here?
It seemed like it was very inclusive of everyone. It was rated very highly as well. So I obviously would have loved to apply to other unis, but I don't know, it was just like a gut feeling. I was like, I'm going to apply to King's, I just love it.
Okay. Did you visit here before you came here?
No.
Before you applied?
No. It was my first time ever coming here. The first day I started was like the first time I visited the UK. My mom used to come here a lot, so she used to tell me all about it.
What would you say is the best thing about studying at King's?
The best thing? Just meeting people, honestly. Like it's not specific to King's, but just in London, like the London schools are very diverse, very diverse. Like you meet different people. I'm from Egypt. She's from the Philippines, Turkey. You meet people from every part of the world. Like it exposes you to like so many different cultures. Like it opens your eyes to so many different things. I love it.
That's a nice question. I would say the people around it, because I made so many friends here, and the whole spaces inside King's are very nice, especially for us. We're engineers, so they just renovated it's called Quad Space.
Okay.
And like it's basically study spaces for just engineering people. And it's very nice because you can always meet people, there's always something to do. And plus, there's everything here. We are in central London, so it's very nice just to stay.
Okay.
For me, it's like also the people, but also the overall location. We're like 10 minutes, 5 minutes away from Trafalgar Square.
I think the peers you have, I feel like you know everyone around you is doing well and they're actually trying to get into a good job and do something in the future. So it's good for networking, keeping friends. Even me, whenever I can, I try to speak to as many people as I can.
Okay. So what is it that you want to do once you finish?
If you ask me during A-level, I'd say I definitely want to become an engineer.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know where I'd go, but
plans have changed.
If I was to become an engineer, I want to do aeronautical engineering, so get into planes and that kind of stuff. So that is the aim for now, yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
And what year are you in?
I'm in my first year.
Oh, so you're really at the beginning of it?
Yeah, literally right at the start, yeah. It's my second semester right now, so just
How have you found it so far?
Yeah, not bad. I think compared to other people's first years, I'm doing a bit more work, which is a bit annoying. But I think a lot of engineering students say that anyway. But it's good. It's not bad so far. I prefer it to A-level because you don't have to go in every single day. I'm doing my lectures from home, coming in. Like today I had to come in. But otherwise, it's not bad.
So you can manage your own time a lot more?
1,000,000%, yeah, definitely. I'm doing a lot more things. I'm able to go to the gym, play football, all that, and go to uni as well. So you can balance it quite well now.
What would you say is the best thing about studying at King's College London?
The fact that professors are extremely understanding. Like if I'm having an issue with my mental health or if I'm struggling, they're very, very helpful. They're willing to help you whenever. Even students around you, they can give you advice all you want. Like, you're not really alone. Even if you're like an international student coming here for the very first time, you won't feel like you're alone. And which was one of my biggest worries, is like feeling I won't have anyone to talk to. But everyone here is so helpful, especially the professors.
It's a glowing response, I'm not gonna lie. What would you say is the worst thing about studying at King's?
I think the way the campuses are spread out. It's just, I thought that everything would be close to each other, but apparently, like, sometimes I have to take the tube to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
But I think that's the only bad part about it. I just like when everything is kind of close to each other.
There's a lot of walking around here, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's also not exclusive to King's, but it's just expenses. Living in London is very expensive. Like,
just the price.
It's very expensive. And especially now with the economy, it's getting a bit more expensive.
For me, it's probably the travel. It takes me about an hour to an hour and a half getting here. The Elizabeth line's not really, it's always packed out. It's not the best experience.
So where are you're commuting from? What area?
Southall, West London.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough.
So yeah, so it's not too far, but it's definitely...
I was about to say, you're still in London.
It's definitely a journey though, yeah, in the morning. Especially today at like 9 AM, you have to wake up and be like, oh shit.
So if you were, let's say that you were staying closer to campus,
yeah,
what then would you say would the worst thing be?
Oh, then probably the fact that it's not a campus university, I think.
Yeah.
Would probably hit
a lot
me,
of walking.
A lot of walking, yeah. So like Waterloo, it doesn't seem far, but it's still a good 10-15 minute walk. And it doesn't feel as like everyone's together. It feels like everything's all split up. Okay. Whereas campus universities, you feel like you're in a whole city where everyone's just together.
Yeah. So I went to 2 campus universities. It was definitely a lot more of a community.
Yeah, definitely, 1,000,000%. Yeah. I think the sports isn't a big thing here. I feel like campus universities, they like football games and rugby a lot more.
Yeah.
So it's, you know what I mean, getting to it.
So have you got involved, or are you looking to get involved in like varsity sports or anything like that?
I probably will next year, but this year I haven't looked into anything at all. I just barely been coming in, I'll be honest.
A couple of professors here can be very hit or miss.
Yes.
Okay.
So some of the professors can be like the best teachers I ever had in my entire life, and then the others are like the absolute worst.
We have had some teachers who were very like not at the standards, I would say, and but of course we've also had very, very nice ones, especially for important modules.
Okay. How many hours a day do you reckon you study outside of lectures as a first year?
Do you want ideally or what I actually do?
What you actually do?
What I actually do, I'm probably doing maybe 10 hours a week extra.
10 hours a week?
Yeah.
Okay.
So maybe a couple hours a day here and there. So I'll do like 3 days, do 2 hours each day. So, but yeah, around that. But I should be doing probably, I think, 20 hours a week of studying.
So twice as much as what you're doing now?
Yeah, but I'm getting by. If you just follow along with the lectures, it's not too bad.
I tried my best. If my classes end at 6, I kind of don't do anything that day because my brain is pretty much fried.
Yeah.
But generally, I don't really count the hours. As long as I get my lessons done and I understand them fully, then I've pretty much done my work. So it takes me like 4 hours, sometimes 3. It really just depends on the subject I'm studying.
And do you feel like that's enough for you to stay up to date with what's going on in your classes and maintain good grades?
As long as I'm studying every day and each lesson on its own, then yeah, for sure. Just as long as like you're up to date with everything that's happening, you're good.
So it's foundation years because it's much easier than first year.
Yeah.
So like I typically every day maybe like an hour or 2, barely anything.
Okay, so
honestly, but like
quite light.
It's very light. It's actually easier than high school. It's
oh
easier
wow.
than high school, but then first year it's gonna especially in law school. I'm gonna get fucked over, man. That's not gonna be easy.
So I would say they increase when there's exam season, so you have
naturally.
to revise more. During term year, like I would say probably 5 or 6 hours a day apart from lectures.
Wow.
But then when
And that's
there's
from the start?
maybe less at the start, but then you have deadlines, courseworks, and all the stuff. So at least 5 hours a day are like, I would say, a must.
For me, it's like around like 4 to 6 hours also, yeah. So like afterwards, like I would just do lecture notes and like reading material and stuff like that. So yeah, and especially if it's coursework, it could go upwards to like additional 7-8 hours. So like as soon as you wake up, you're working, and as soon as you all the way until you go to sleep, basically. So
that's crazy.
It's basically full-on crunch season at that moment.
Yeah. For those who were thinking about studying at King's come September of this year, what advice would you give them before they get here?
Try to attend all activities. Try to get to know others, like before your classes start. See what like majors are there. Just like keep an open mind, basically. If you meet someone that you don't necessarily like at first, you never know, they could literally be your best friend.
Yeah.
So I just say, come with an open mind, be open to others, they'll be open to you.
Okay.
And just treat everyone with respect and you'll be respected right back.
So overall, your experience at King's has been...
Great.
Love it?
Yeah, I love it.
Would recommend?
Yeah, for sure. I had my heart set on it and I don't regret it one bit.
Go into it with an open mind. Just be prepared to meet people from very different backgrounds, and also just like with my mindset, I was prepared for the worst. I expected like King's College to be very difficult, so like just be prepared for the worst. And like honestly, if you're prepared for the worst, like then not like if you're prepared for the very worst, then what's gonna come for you is not gonna be that bad since you're prepared for like bottom. Yeah.
I think uni in general, just go with the lectures as they come. Don't leave it too late. But specific to King's, I feel like you really need to get out there and make friends, because it seems a bit weird that we've got a lot of international students. You might feel like, oh shit, I can't speak to anyone. But once you get in there, you realise they're humans. You can speak to everyone you can. And yeah, just get as many people on your phone because you can. I feel like it's going to help out one day. Yeah.
So you think networking is one of the key things that you should be pushing coming to King's?
1,000,000%. I feel like the few friends that I have made here already, I can already see myself in the future just calling them one day for 1 or 2 favours here and there. So
okay,
yeah,
I'll be
useful. Yeah.
All right, cool.
My advice, actually, just don't give any advice. Just enjoy the experience. Let's see how it goes.
Okay.
Let's go for the flow, I guess. Yeah, I think it's just like just stay on top of things, I guess, and it's just make sure you just put in work and stuff like that.